Hello YouTube, it's a cool rainy Sunday. Not cold, but I do have my stove going with a little bit of wood in it. So it's about 66 degrees. I'm looking over at the wall. We don't want it to get over 70 because then that'd just be too miserable. We'd rather have the fresh. We have the door open about 6 inches. We can feel a little breeze, so we want the fresh air. Of course, we wear a dust mask doing this, but it's going to be real quick. Now, these are 5-inch, is what they call them. When I measure these, this size is 7, and these are 8. So, I'm confused, because I always thought these were called 10-inch Vise Grips. But I measured them with a ruler, they're more close to like 8, so, my confusion over the years. This is a pair used for welding, because there's no spring in them. So, I'm not going to do as much work on these. These are going to be wire brushed only to be able to tell the difference, because I don't care that the spring's gone. I know I could probably find one. Somebody told me where that I could probably get one, but I use them for clamping stuff welding. So you got to sacrifice a pair somewhere down the line. These I'm going to try to bring back the best I can, because the jaws are not real bad. I can do some hacksaw and dremeling. I may not do that in this video, but you take your cutter bits with your Dremel. Of course, you got to take them apart like that and get more room. And you can get in there and improve them jaws. I have a square pair that matches these. And that's only small. Well, yeah, I made my tool out of original needle nose Vise Grips. They were probably called like a 6-inch. 6, something like that. These are, this stuff lays out my shop and it rusts. I had these clamping my garage door down. Don't tell anybody, but that's good theft proof. Clamp it down so they can't roll up no matter what to do to the lock. It's not going to go back. You clamp this on the rail and the roller can't go by it. But I have to tell everybody. Yeah, tell them thieves. Try to roll my garage door up. So they're not too shabby. I may spend the time on this video and put it at the very end before I get ready to go out and redo these. Depends on how I feel today. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Here comes that train again. It never leaves me alone. So, we did enough yakking. I'm starting to look at the time more. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to hear me just talk about the job. Let's get to work. We're just going to bring you back. We might throw a few clips in, but here's everything we're using. See it back here? These will be for polishing. This will be for wire brushing. This will be for scrubbing super polished metal. And this puts kind of a nice little shine too. So let's get out of here before that train gets too loud. It's only a block and a half away from me. So unless you want to hear it, you want to hear it? You really want to hear that train? How many times you've heard it? No, you don't. Yeah, see, I knew I'd talk you out of it. We'll be back. Okay, quick clip. I got a wire brush about like this, but it's getting really shot, so it's really thin. So I'm getting in here where we're not going to get with these bigger wheels, okay? So we're doing as best we can down here. We don't even want to take the spring off. And anywhere down in here, okay? We're trying to get the wire brush and bearing down as much as we can, because we've already ruined it, so we don't care what we do. And we stay away from it. If it's sitting like this, we're over here working. Never work like that, even if you're wearing goggles and stuff. I'm out here on the end like this way, so if they spit bristles, they're spitting them somewhere else besides me. So there you go. Enough on that. I said try to get in everywhere, nooks and crannies you can with the wire brush the best you can, because you're not going to get in there with the big one and probably get it to shine up. So here we go. We're going to get more aggressive where it's damaged, less aggressive where it isn't, because this is like a chrome plating on here or whatever. So the more you take off, the more it can rust in the future. So, back to work. Okay, I think maybe I wasn't recording, so we're going to do this again. We'll find out. This pair's done. They're good enough. And I'll spray rust spray down in here, you know, everywhere, and let it sit overnight and let it drip out. So the inside will be coated, even though there is some rust in there. My neck's hurting being hunched over the grinder doing these. These are nasty. I mean, that's all the bed of the wire brush, so I'm really going to get aggressive with that wheel, because they're all beat up anyway. I don't even know if we'll get to these today, because it doesn't matter, they're for welding. I want to show you these why I have them out. Master Mechanic. No, I don't get paid to show any brand name. And what does that mean? I don't think that's anybody's initials. That has to be their part number or something. These look really close to a Vise Grips, but I would say they probably are not. Who knows? Maybe they made them for them. So if anybody has any idea how old these are, let me know. Master Mechanic. I mean, they're nice. They're just as good. I use them. I ain't going to complain. They're made in the USA. I mean, so you know they're old. Okay, let's get back to work so we ain't talking so long. Okay, we're finally done. We got the door open a little further, got some fresh breeze blowing in, and it rained all night. It's still sprinkling out. So it's fresh air, got the fan going. We wore our dust mask though and goggles. Wear your proper PPE, personal protection, PPE. What's that YouTube channel that guy goofed up and had the bloopers? Have you ever watched it and they show them products? Wear your proper PPE. You kind of remind me of Tim on the tool guy. I can't remember that channel. We're just yakking while we're showing you these. Yeah, I went ahead and cleaned those up. This I was amazing because we know they was not as bad as this. We're gonna pass on these things. These are really bad. I think I just may wire brush these and spray some rust spray on them. Like I said, they're used for welding. But I may grind the jaws out a little bit so they're nice and shiny. I'll clamp stuff I'm going to weld. This is kind of amazing to me. I could get that stuff out up there if I really wanted to try. But this is the pair that amazed me because they were nasty. You know, a lot of these don't have too bad of teeth on them yet. I should have mentioned that. You can take a hacksaw blade. You don't need a Dremel. Take a hacksaw blade and a file and clean them up. What are these like? You know, take a hacksaw blade and a file. I got a file that's half round and makes it really sharp on one edge, and I've used that too. That triangle file, square file, something to get down in there. They're not bad. But definitely need to do these because I use these more than the big ones on stuck stuff. These are the ones I used on exhaust pipe on the Briggs & Stratton. They were square because I couldn't find the round ones. They were off in my big old shop. They were rusting away. There you go. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you just a couple pictures. And hope you're not too bored when I do these tools because I'm bored while I do them. I want to show you a little trick here. Years ago I worked at a shop. I probably told this story before. And a friend of mine, friend of the shop, he'd come out and help us once in a while. Well, I'd lost my little Vise Grips. And he's working in the shop, pulls out a pair of Vise Grips out of his pocket. And I go, let me see those. Hand them to the other guy I work with. His dad was the owner. I go, are these my Vise Grips? He goes, yeah, they sure are. He goes, no, they're not. Well, yes, they are. He told me, he goes, see these two hacksaw marks? He put them in there. So I had another pair like this and I broke them. Because he puts them on his Vise Grips he carries all the time, just in case somebody steals them unintentionally. Pick them up still. He picked them up at where we worked at and should not have took them home with him. But he was forgiven. You got to do that. But there's a trick. Put something on your tools without putting your name or somebody might not notice. Go a little further back, just put one hacksaw line. You know, do something somewhere. You can get down inside and engrave them and stuff. But these will be sprayed. Like I said, they'll be sprayed overnight. So I'll spray all the rust out that's down in there. They're just a working tool. It's not a complete restoration. They're not going to a Vise Grips collector show. So, there you go. This is my collection, I'd say, of old ones. This is it. Because I've got some newer ones from Harbor Freight made by Bremen. The other Dino pair got turned into the valve spring tool. And like I said, these are welding. So I think that's it for my Vise Grips I own. Thanks again for watching. We're out of here. We've had enough of this.